Over the last few days, we've seen a real uptick in nuclear threats from Russia. This was begun by President Vladimir Putin himself and continued by the former Russian president and Prime Minister Dmitry Medvedev. And a lot of people are asking the question, is Putin bluffing? My answer to that is no, he's not bluffing, but I don't think nuclear use is imminent. I think it's possible to imagine Russian nuclear use in the Ukraine war in the event that particular conditions were to come to pass. These could include a major conventional defeat for Russia. For example, the loss of Crimea is one possibility that springs to mind. If Putin felt his grip on power was slipping, I think nuclear use would be possible, or if the Russian economy was on the brink of collapse. I can't tell you exactly where those red lines are that would trigger nuclear use, or could trigger nuclear use, and I doubt that Putin knows exactly where those red lines are. That said, I don't think Russian nuclear use is imminent. Putin would much rather use the threat of nuclear weapons to extract concessions than he would to actually use nuclear weapons. And for that reason, I think he would make it pretty clear that he was about to use nuclear weapons. Indeed, I think it would be very tough for Russia to prepare to use nuclear weapons, particularly non-strategic nuclear weapons, without those preparations being detected by Western intelligence. For example, they could detect the movement of warheads from storage sites to delivery systems. We've also seen efforts by the United States in particular to try to deter Russian nuclear use. Over the weekend, for example, Jake Sullivan, the National Security Advisor, threatened catastrophic consequences to Russia in the event that it were to use nuclear weapons. I think that Russia's assessment of the US reaction is important in determining whether Russia will use nuclear weapons. It remains to be seen whether these efforts are going to be effective, though, in changing Russian calculus. In any case, over the next days, weeks, months, as I said, I'm going to be looking for signs of preparations of nuclear warheads and delivery systems for use. I'll be looking for signs about whether we see more explicit nuclear threats from Russia, setting out more precise conditions for nuclear use, and also whether we see any other signs of desperation by Russia, such as, for example, whether Russia uses chemical weapons could be a sign of desperation that could be a harbinger of nuclear use.